Here's all the cards. 6-deck Blackjack. Dealer stands on all 17s. No surrender. Blackjack pays 3-2. Shoe number 7. Testing the 1/2 up system versus flat betting. Two different approaches to 1/2 up. One being where you begin the progression after 1 win. The other being where you begin the progression after 2 wins. All 3 betting systems play off the same hand, so we have a direct comparison. I show you all the cards so you can see they're all there. I show you the complete shuffle routine, including this washing of the deck. I don't have a lot of space, so that's why I got to kind of pick them up. So you can see that it is not fixed in any ways. This is not like a, I mean, it can be a demonstration on how to apply these systems, but I'm not trying to prove any particular, or I'm not trying to prove anything. It's going to be what it is. This is shoe 7 of 7 before I do a summary. You can't just get any real data off of one shoe. You might have the really good shoe, you might have the worst shoe in the world. So you need to look at more than one. 7 is just an arbitrary number I picked. Is it really enough to make a, to really figure it out? No, probably not. But it's a start. It takes time to do all this. It takes time to set the cards up and to resort them and everything. So do what I can. Continue to use the automatic card shuffler. It's a huge help. Let's see. So we go by betting units instead of dollar amounts. Each system starts with 50 units. Oh, look at that. And what you would do is you would just scale that according to what you play at the casino. So if you're a $5 player, 1 unit is $5. If you're a $25 player, 1 unit is $25. Each system will start with a base bet of 1 unit and increasing according to the progressions. I do have half and quarter units. Half units for this being the 1/2 up system, so the progression would go 1, 1.5, 2. Oops. 1, 1.5, 2, 2.5. Obviously 3, 3.5, etc. The quarter unit is there in the event that you hit blackjack when you have a half unit wager. So when you're at 1.5, I'm going to give you 1.5 plus the bonus half, which would be 3/4. So I have to give you 2 3/4 as your total winnings. So having that quarter unit enables me to do that. Smaller limit tables at a casino may or may not pay out that. They would round you down. So, but I think it's useful for me to have it here in case you're playing like a higher amount, just so we don't have to get into the rounding. Because if you're playing at playing at $20 as your base unit, then you would go up by half to 30. And if you got a blackjack on that, you could still easily get a $45 total payout. Whereas if you're playing at $5 tables, for as the the example of the smaller table, they may or may not have 250 unit chips or quarters, and if they do, that's good. But if they don't, let's say, so you have a $5 wager and you get a blackjack and they aren't using quarters or $2.50 chips, instead of giving you a total of $7.50, they're going to round you down to $7. So if you're going to use this system, that's one thing I would suggest, that you play on even dollar amounts, for one. But even if they did have a some way to pay you $7.50 and you went up by or if you, even on this system, you went up by half, went from $5 to $7.50, and you hit blackjack on that, I would say it's doubtful that they're going to give you, this is just cut card, cover card, that they're going to pay you at the what is that, $3.75, the bonus, to the down to the quarter unit. Anyways, almost done here. Alright, now I'm almost done shuffling. I guess I already told you about the units, which will be coming out in a minute, and I told you about how we're betting. I'm going to mention this a few times because I know that people skip through the videos. Registration is open for the WRGPT. If you don't know what WRGPT is, go to www.wrgpt.org. It is the World Recreational Gambling Poker Tournament. Yeah, WRGPT. I'll come back to that. Alright, so this simulates player cutting the deck. Bring that around. We're going to go for, I don't know, 70, I always say 75%. It's probably, I always err on the side of going a little, come on, get in there, a little bit deeper. We consistently have gotten at least 45 hands out of every shoe. Here are your chips, your units. Blues are 10s, reds are 5s, whites are singles. Okay, so there's 50 units per player. Give myself a lot of space this time. Actually, I want that on that side. Okay, so in here we have the half up, 1 half up player increasing the wage, starting the progression after a first win, this one after 2 wins, and this is the flat better. Okay, we burn a card. We keep track of the number of hands we play, so that after 7 shoes, which this represents the 7th shoe, or is the 7th shoe, I do a summary and kind of tally things up. Okay. See if I can get it right this time. Oops. There we go. Ace checked, not there. 12, yeah, to a 10. Player hits. Oh, by the way, played by perfect basic strategy. I did not bring the card in with me. Hopefully I won't have a situation where I have to look at it. If I do, I'll I'll run out and get it. 13 hits again. 18 stands. 19. Oh, you know what? This is that casino where if you forget to put your money out before the hand, and then they play the hand, you still get to lose your money. So I knew I thought we were forgetting something. Okay, single unit, hand number 2. Ace checks, not there. 6. 14. Whoops. 24. 20. All right. Got to get in the groove here. See, I was saving that for you. You want it? Uh-oh. Even better. Okay, I checked. I don't have blackjack. This is an easy split. Let's not do it like that. Let's do them individually. Single card on each. 21. 20. 17. Dealer stands on all 17s. These are not, that is not blackjack, unfortunately. Just a 21. Blackjack is only the first 2 cards. That is third card. All right. That's for you, and for you, for you, you, and you. Okay, now, hold on, I should have done this before. Give you some change. Those are quarters, but they represent a half of a unit. If you've been watching my other videos, you're used to that. I put this here as a marker, I call it, so they remind me that on the next win that this would increase to 1.5. I need it here as this goes to 1.5. I put it there. Yeah, that's where I put it. Okay, and single unit here. All right, so 1 in a row so far. 16, I forgot to do this right. 18 stands. 16, 17. All right, yeah, okay. 1, 2, there. And see, now bring that marker off, and we are in the progression, increasing this wager from 1.5 to 2. Okay, so WRGPT.org, World Recreational Gambling Poker Tournament, is an correspondence-based tournament-style Texas Hold'em poker game. What does that mean, correspondence? You lost, so that resets the bet down to single units. I keep forgetting to put this one down and then flip it. Doesn't matter, it's the same card. You just get to see it a little earlier. 17. 17, push. If we were in the progression, we would just repeat the hand. It's a email-based poker game. So what you're doing, let's see. I can't remember what the book says here. 9. I like to double down 9s to 5s and 6s, but I suppose I should check. Just give me a second. Sorry. Totally lame that I didn't bring that up. Very sorry about that. Have it here in a second. While I'm pulling that up, WRGPT correspondence poker game. In the olden days, people used to play chess, correspondence chess, and the way they would do that is two different players would each maintain a board at home, and come on, where's the strategy? And they would send mail back and forth saying, my move is e4 to e6. That would be, or no, e2 to e4. That would be moving a come on, here it is. Moving a pawn forward by two spots, or things like that. And so then you would make your move on your board, and you would send your friend the a letter and telling him what your move is. Okay, yes, this is a double down. I shouldn't have had to check, but I wanted to make sure, because that's the whole idea here. Single card. There you go, 19. And then when your friend would get the letter that contained your move, 20, he would move your pieces on his copy of the board and look at it, study it, and decide what he wanted to do next. So a chess game could take a very long time, because figure a few days for the mail to go back and forth each way. 21. And that sort of thing. So maybe a pair of moves a week, but it's okay. That's 17, so it's a 21. All right. So anyway, this poker game works similarly. Putting the marker up on here. However, instead of using snail mail, old-fashioned paper and whatnot, it uses email, which is obviously faster and allows you to play with more people. Insurance closed. I think I forgot to offer you insurance. Yeah, I did. When you had those split aces, you decline insurance anyways. And you declined insurance here. 18, 5, 15, 20. Take the marker down. So WRGPT is by email. It's faster. It doesn't take days, obviously, for emails to get around. It is definitely slower than sitting at a real poker table. 19 stands. 11, 21. They've done a lot to over the years to help speed up the game. I guess a lot of people complained about it. You only get a certain amount of time to make your move. And now you have to play every day, even on holidays. And this is I think something that they started to do because everybody now has cell phones. 10 doubles down. 12, 10, 19. Well, maybe not everybody, but just about everybody, or has ready access to email. And again, maybe some people don't, but if you're watching this, I bet you do. By the way, that was hand 11, so I forgot to mention the 10, the 10th hand going down. Oops, keep doing that. Oh. 15 stands to a 5. 7, 18. yeah, so they've taken away. It used to be that you didn't have to play. That you got extra time on weekends, extra time on holidays, things like that. They have, like I said, they've done away with that. Now you have to play on weekends. You have to play on holidays. You do set what are called office hours. 12 hits, 19, 17. Hey, there's a win. One in a row. So, which I can't remember how long the office hours are. It might be a 10-hour window now. Again, they're trying to speed it up. So you have to make your move during your allotted timeout time, which I think is 4 hours, 18 stands, during your office hours. 15, 17. So let's say it's, you wake up in the morning and you check your email, which I know you do. I do it too, especially right now while I'm playing in the tournament. And so, over the night, someone else took their turn. Okay, look at this. We're going to need our quarter units, blackjack. So 1.5. 1.5 plus 3/4. 2 plus 1. And it's your turn, but so I wake up at 6. So hold on, this is going to now, that was 1.5, so increasing to 2. But I don't have my office hours start until 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. So my office hours don't start until, I'm on the East Coast, so until, 1 o'clock. Gives me plenty of time. But anyway, so if I don't make my move, I don't have to make my move right away. $13, 19, 20, and that will reset the cycle or the progression. But once 1 o'clock comes around, then my play clock is clicking. I have 4 hours, so I have until 5 o'clock at that point to make my move. If I don't make that move, I get timed out, which isn't really that much of a problem. It just means it's kind of like if you got up at a tournament poker table, you go to the bathroom and it's your action. You're just going to check. They're going to check you, or if there's a bet to you, you're going to get folded. So it's not so bad. 13, 12, 22. Oops. Always pay attention. Dealers make mistakes. I almost took your money, and you didn't say anything. I had to catch myself. Speak up. Dealer's going to take your money. Say something. Anyhow, it's hard to play blackjack and talk about poker. Whoops. Yes. 14, 15, 16, using up all the aces. Too many. 19. So anyways, if you time out, play moves on. You can put yourself on a vacation mode, but it'll just check and fold you automatically. But at least because if you get a certain number of timeouts, they're going to kick you off the table because they're trying to keep the game going. They don't want to have people, deadbeats sitting on there. What was that? 14, 20, 12, 19. So wrgpt.org. Right now, registration is still open. I forgot to take the marker down. We're in the practice mode, or the practice round. So you can still register, but you can't join in on the practice round. You'll get in on the live game, which should be starting pretty soon. Every year, 18, every year they start, the registration opens sometime during September. Practice round starts sometime during October. Live game, once they make sure that all the bugs are out of the system, because they're always making changes. Give people a little time to get warmed up. 21. 8 of spades. Shoot, again, okay, that was hand 21. So anyways, it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it for many years now. I'm not sure how long. I don't even remember how long they've been doing it. I feel like I've been playing it for 20 years. It's probably right. 13, too many. Going to give you half units so you can get back in your progression there. Maybe it's been that long. It seems like it. 'Cause I was playing it before I moved to the East Coast, which was over 20 years ago now. So, has to be. But you have it? You do have it. And again, we will need the quarter unit right there. Okay? So please, if it sounds at all interesting to you, join the game. Maybe I haven't done the best job of explaining it or selling it, but that's because I'm a little bit distracted while I try to deal the cards here. But go check it out. They've done a really nice job with it. The way it works, you can set up a lot of advanced actions. Like if you know, like, well, no matter what, I'm gonna, like, I've got pocket aces, and I want to go all in. Even if it's not your turn, you can set up the raise all in. It actually would be the command you would issue in your email reply would be jam. 15, 22. Those. You can do that, ahead of your turn, basically acting out of turn. Something that is frowned upon in the, at a live table, but because no one can see what your intentions are in the email until then the system will process your move on your move. It's not quite the same as you're in last position and the flop comes and you've got 4 aces and you shout out of turn, all in, then everybody else is obviously just going to fold in front of you. Well, not obviously, but perhaps. So it will hold your move in the system until it's your turn. Okay, soft 15, 2 or 3. Yeah, that is just a hit, just making sure. 8-18, I'm sure that's going to be a double if you can, otherwise stand. Should I look? Soft 18, 2 or 3, double or stand. Yep. 13, 23. Wow, you're getting a little winning streak here. 1, 1, 2. That's 2.5. I'll give you 3 and take 1. Oops. That was, so yeah, you're going up to 3. $14, 17, 20, and that resets your cycle. Good little streak there, though, wasn't it? I think it. I've been talking too much about the WRGPT to be keeping track of exactly where you are, but you're down a little, not a lot. 20, 12, 22. Whoops, see, I almost took your money again. You didn't say anything. I told you. The dealer tries to take your money when you won the hand. Speak up. Whoa, 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 whoa! And Blackjack for the player. 1.5. I need some more quarters, or some more half units, thank you. 1.5. 1.5 plus 3/4. And the markers there. No, it couldn't have been. I forgot to take it down because this one is at 1.5. So this is, I can double check myself here. In the casino, you got to figure out a way, if you choose to play this way, to keep track for yourself. Hopefully you can remember something from, 2 hands ago when you're playing by yourself, but casinos are distracting places, to say the least, by design. 5, 8, 16, too many, 24, 13, so I'm going to keep saying it, wrgpt.org. There's still time to get in. I'm not affiliated with them in any way, just insurance closed. I would just like to see more players in. It's the numbers have been going. They have, some years they go up, some years they go down. I feel like that they have declined, perhaps a little bit. Trending down. Pair 9 stands to an ace. 3, 13, 20. Okay, that's hand 30. I remembered this time. So we're 2/3 of the way through what we expect. Number of hands. Gotta speed things up a little. I gotta go. 13, 19, 16, too many. But like I said, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know about, and hopefully will join us at wrgpt.org for the World Recreational Gambling Poker Tournament. $15, $20, $14, $18. 1.5. And now we bring that marker down and increase the wager. Oops. Pay you again. Oops. Need some change, please. Thank you. 1, 1.5, 2. Increasing by 1/2. Oops, I keep doing that. Let's have a peek. It's not there. 16, 22. Ends the progression. $13, $23, 15, 19. All right, getting somewhere. A lot faster if I just shut up, huh? Well, you can always be like Samson Kane. Insurance closed. It's 2 in a row, isn't it? And watch on double speed. That's what he does. Have me sound like a chipmunk, I guess. Because you wouldn't want to miss a single moment of this by skipping forward, would you? 13, 22, too many. That's where you needed that 8. This is hand 40. You had a little bit of a winning streak, and now you're on a losing streak. 19 stands, 9, 12, 22. Gets you back on a winning streak, yeah? Okay. Yes, that was hand 40. Like I already said. Yo 11. It's easy. Double down. 19, 12, 22. So, for those of you who don't watch on double speed and instead choose to skip ahead, I'm going to just keep saying wrgp.org, email poker tournament. Try it out. It's free. It's free. I should also mention that. It's free. There is nothing to be won. There is nothing to be lost. So, it's fun. There's, 500 players generally. And winning is I have yet to win it. 12 to a 3 is a somewhat controversial hand. The book says hit. A lot of players will go, oh, what are you doing? When you hit that. But you hit it for a 17, 16, 22. Here, I need some change. Oops, that's for you. 1.5, 2. So winning the WRGPT, which I haven't done, is good for bragging rights, I suppose. They do publish a list of winners over the years. 16, 26, 9. I can't remember the best that I've done. All I know is that last year I beat my friend Mac. I can use his real name because that's not really his real name, which was so satisfying and of great consternation to him, which was my reward. And I hope to best him again this year. Our gentleman's wager last year was to see who would get knocked out first, or who would survive the longest, which I thought he was going to get me. And that's the way that those games go, tournament hold'em. I thought, oops, didn't mean to flip that, but it doesn't matter. 12, 22. But then he got knocked out. Not sure how, again, that sometimes happens. You think you have a better hand and you get outdrawn. So obviously I'm a better player than he is, since I'm pretty sure he doesn't watch these videos because he doesn't like blackjack. You'll never hear that. 18, 11, 21. Even if he did, I don't care. I beat him last year. And won't be soon that I let him forget. By the way, this is hand 47, so we have made it past our expected 45. Got to be ending here pretty soon. So again, I'm going to keep saying it like I said I would, wrgpt.org. World Recreational Gambling Poker Tournament. Correspondence, email, Hold'em, no limit Hold'em tournament. Check it out. 19, 1920. Hand 48. We gotta be close here. Oops, I keep doing that. 13, 21. Hard to lose. Did I forget to take the mark down? I must have. Yeah. Well, at least we're close enough to the end. Boy, hand 50. There we go. That's our cut card. This is the last hand. Get that out of the way. 20, 12, 17. Okay. 50 hands. Oops. Okay. Put them away. Let's color up a little bit first. That one you have to keep. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, here we go. You might have, well, the flat players here for like a baseline. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. Oops. 45, 51 and a half. So you're up by 1.5. You beat the odds. So that means that was a, because the house always has an edge. So that was a little bit of a good shoe. Tiny bit good. So these systems should, if they're working, should do better. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40. 45, 49, and a quarter. Down 3/4. So I need to change that. Down 3/4. Those of you that are familiar know that I invert the stack when you're down. I can't put that underneath, it'll fall over. Down, that means down by 3/4, okay? So that is pretty close to what your expected return would be if things were all even. 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 52. Up by 2, you beat the flat betting by a half of a unit. Now, if you're playing for $1, that's only 50 cents. If you're playing for $100, it's $50. Okay, so flat better up by 1.5. The 1/2 up, getting into the progression after the second win, down by 3/4, and 1/2 up, getting into the progression after the first win, up by 2. So that's the best one. That was 7 shoes. Thanks for watching. Summary will come next whenever I get around to it. And remember, WRGP.org, World Recreational Gambling Poker Tournament, email correspondence poker. Check it out. Please join us. It's fun. It's more fun when there's more players. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.